Yes, we are live. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Glowing to the Week. Yes, welcome. I'm Dr. Chimsom. I'm your skin and confidence doctor, and I help you not just glow your skin, but glow from inside out. So, good evening, everyone. Now, what we do here is about helping you enter the new week with clarity, confidence, step into the new week with your head held up high. So invite your friends if they are not here, so we can all start the week outright on the right note, right? So what are we talking about today? We're talking about peace over access. Peace over access. Yes. Now, what do we mean? Sometimes we find ourselves in spaces, in rooms because of sentiments. We don't want, we are in spaces where we can't be ourselves because we don't want to be misunderstood. We don't want to look like we're ungrateful, so we stay in places where they make us feel small, make us feel like we're overdoing, make us feel like we're not you know being showing us that we are extra. Spaces where we shake. You know, we don't want to look like we're ungrateful because maybe in that space somebody had held your hand and helped you go up, helped you become better. And you're also afraid because you don't want to be excluded from things that are happening around you. You start to believe that giving people access, having access to some people or some places means that you're getting value out of it. But instead you're actually there because you don't want them to feel like you're ungrateful. You don't want to feel like you're them to feel like you're you know you don't want them to misunderstand you. So when you're in that space, it makes you shrink, and you also distort how you see yourself. Now peace is often lost when in the name of access. So sometimes you're with that friend and you know that this person, we're not really on the same frequency. At this point in my life, I'm growing and this person may not understand. This person always brings me down. This place, when I go there, I come out feeling like I'm not, I'm overdoing or I'm not supposed to be in that room. The truth is that you're giving access at the time of your life to people that don't understand where you are going. And that is going to make you shrink. You know, when you give people access, it means that you're allowing them have be present in your life. You know, it means that you're including them in the things you're including them in making decisions in the things that happen around you. So it's important that you decide who you allow into your space, who you allow to know things about you, who you allow to have a voice in to become a voice in your head, who you confide in. Because if you give people access and you are not aligned, it costs you a lot of things. It costs you your voice, it costs you your joy, it costs you your self-esteem, and it even costs your trust. So it's not every door that is meant to be open for everybody. And it's also not every door that you yourself you're supposed to enter. So even the Bible says that we should guard our hearts, for everything we do flows from it. So guard your space, guard where you are because it's going to either make or destroy you. So I hope you guys understand the importance of access. It's important to seek peace instead. You know, walk away from things that make you feel like you're not good enough. You know, walk away from spaces that make you feel like you're doing too much or that you're proud because you're growing, because your mindset has changed. You're no more doing those things that interest those people or happen in that space. They no longer interest you because you have bigger goals, you are seeing bigger things. You don't hate those people. They are just not working in alignment where you are, because if you keep staying there, it's easier for people to drag you down than you to drag them up. If you try and they're not dragging, please walk away. According to my coach, you say you're not a tree. You should know yourself. You should respect your own growth enough to not allow other people's insecurities shrink you. You should also value emotional health because you can only grow when your emotions are in the right place. Because they'll, if you're in those places, they'll start to make you to question your decisions, question the steps you want to take. The truth is that that space can actually be your family members. Actually, they could actually be the negative voice in your head. Yes, I'm not saying you should leave them, throw them away, quarrel with them. Just know what you discuss with them. Give them space. They don't have to be involved in everything you are doing until you get to where you want to go. And by that time, they will start to see the vision that only you can see. So confidence isn't loud. Sometimes it's quietly, it means you quietly leaving the room without them even knowing that you've left. Now, what are the signs that a room is no longer serves you? You may need to consider a space if every time you find yourself explaining yourself, you want to do something, you have to explain why you bought this in this amount or why you did this this way, or you can't even, you have an achievement, you can't tell them because you don't want them to feel a certain way. Then whenever you're in that space, after interacting with them, you feel like you're smaller, you feel like you didn't get anything out of that interaction. And then you also feel like your boundaries are mocked, and you also have the feeling that your growing is threatening the way they feel. You shouldn't be in that space. It's time to leave. Whenever you stay with those people, you're in that place, you start to feel heavy. You don't feel inspired. You feel like you're the person always giving. And sometimes your giving looks as if you are pushing them too much, or you're being extra. It's time to leave. It's time to create a new circle, to find a new space. Your body and your mind often know most times before you actually admit it to yourself. But because of sentiment, sometimes you don't want to say, oh, this person has been my friend since I was in university. Oh, this person stood by me. I'm not saying you should quarrel with them, man. But just know that at that time in your life, you need a circle that's going to help you grow. That's going to help you. It's called your inner circle. You know, it's that season that what used to fit before, it no longer fits you. The truth is that it's not failure, it's growth. Accept it, embrace it. Some rooms were necessary at a time for who you used to be, but you cannot hold on to those rooms now that you're becoming. Because the Bible says that well, we build a new thing, so you're building a new thing, so you need to learn to move. You know, everyone doesn't deserve to have access to you at a certain time. Everyone doesn't need to see you in your vulnerable state, because they may actually make it harder for you to come out of that state. Everybody doesn't deserve to, the energy that you bring, because they may not see it the way you are giving it. Your inner circle should be able to stretch you and make you better. They are supposed to support your growth. They are supposed to be able to respect the boundaries that you create. The truth is that access to your inner circle should be earned. Access to your space and your time should be earned. You shouldn't beg. You shouldn't be the person begging to have access to other people, when you should actually create it deliberately for yourself. So when you stay where you don't belong, your stress increases, whether you like it or not. Because you're saying one thing, they're saying another thing. You are trying to do one thing, they're pressing you down, they're making it sound as if it's impossible. They are the negative voice in your head. When you stay in the wrong circle, you're worried, you're depressed, maybe you even stop sleeping, you start being stressed. When you're stressed, having breakouts, your peace is not just emotional, it's physiological. So when you don't have peace, based on where you have allowed yourself stay, it starts to show. Your BP rises, even in your body, things start to change, things start to stop working. When you protect your peace, somehow your confidence steadies, because you are in a space where people are constantly pushing you. They are making you better. When you have a conversation with them, when you come out, you feel refreshed. You have new ideas. If you're in a circle where they are not making you better, carry your slippers and run. I'll say it again. If you're in a circle, if you have friends that are not, that what they're talking about are designer bags, these are, you're in the wrong circle. If you're not in a circle where your friends are looking for how all of you are supposed to grow together, become better, and a circle where they are not threatened by your own growth, where they're threatened by your growth, run away. If you're in a circle where you have success and you want to come and you're afraid to tell your friends because you don't want them to feel a certain kind of way because you feel like they are not also on the same journey with you. That's the wrong circle. Carry your slippers and run. The truth is that when you protect your peace, you become more confident and then your glow improves. And you your decisions become clearer because you are getting the right kind of advice, the right kind of counsel. When you have problems, you know who to go and meet because they are on the same frequency with you. There's some spaces that you are that those people can't carry what you carry because they have refused to grow, and you're a reminder to them that they are not doing the work they're supposed to do. So please carry your leg and waka because it's very important that you protect your peace, you protect your access, you protect those around you, your inner circle. You don't joke with it. So this is very important. Now, let's go on. Even the Bible says that blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers. The truth is that where you sit shapes you. It shapes who you become. I saw a picture one day of Elon Musk and some other, tech tech people when they were young, like they were like in a room with computers and all. And now all those people in that room have become great. The truth is that you can't grow more than your environment. You can't grow. Your sight will be limited if the people around you are limited. If their mind is not open, you know. I like to be in spaces where people challenge me, where the people around me are better than me, because the aim is to become as good as they are. The saying that show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are is not a fallacy, it's actually truth. Because if you cannot sanitize your space, then you're going to have a big problem because your space will drag you down. So this is very important. Even the Bible tells us that bad company corrupts good character. So be wise, step away, create it. See, it can be your very close relative, maybe your mother, your husband. They are the voice in your head. I did not say waka pass, but you have to create your life in a way that those things that you know that they don't understand, you keep it away from them until they've grown to start to understand it. Then you share it with them because you don't want somebody drawing you down when you're trying to go up. So, what do you need to do this week? Start to audit your spaces, both your physical space, emotionally. Notice how you feel after you interact with people. Consciously ask yourself, after this discussion, how did I feel? Did this person add anything to my life? Did I feel smaller? Did I feel better? Reduce people that have drama. Don't get involved in things that don't grow you. When there's a situation, you don't have to react all the time. Ask yourself, in 5 years, will this thing matter? Do I have to react right now? If it's not going to matter in 5 years, please carry your leg and walk away. You don't have to react. You don't have to get involved. It is not your business. That's just the truth. It's not going to change your life. So carry your leg, waka. Choose to stay in a quiet place. Choose distance over conflicts. You don't have to join every village meeting and be fighting with them. If you go to a place and it doesn't serve you, it's going to waste 5 hours of your time, and you can't see how is it going to help the community or help you grow. You don't need to be in that space, honestly. Move away because it's not serving you. It's not serving your environment. It's not making you better. If you're not learning, if you're not growing from that place, you shouldn't be there. Replace rooms that drain you with nourishing ones. Deliberately seek out spaces where people that have gotten to where you want to be are, and find a way to get yourself into those rooms. It's very important because your environment shapes you. You don't everyone access to your becoming who you need to be. You don't owe anyone anything. It is your life. You make that decision by yourself. Who stays in your space and who moves away. I didn't say go and quarrel with all your friends. No, there are ways to move away without them knowing that you're moving away. Yes, they're still your friends, but they don't have access to your inner carcass because they are not, growing you. So the truth is that I will talk about the skin definitely. So just like your skin, not just like in your skin, not every product belongs on your face. Whenever you use too many things, it damages your skin. Just like in life, it's just the same. It's important to deliberately discern and take care of yourself. So now, what are affirmations for the week? Say with me, I choose peace over access. I am allowed to outgrow rooms that don't suit me. Distance can be healthy for both my relationship with family and others. I don't have to shrink myself to belong in a room where I've overgrown. My glue is protected because I have chosen my peace over giving everybody access. Now, choosing peace doesn't make you a difficult person, it makes you aware. Alignment is more important than getting approval from everybody. It's more important to choose peace over pressure. It's more important to choose your own growth over familiarity, because sometimes fear of the unknown, fear of someone don't even know how to mix with other people. Like we are afraid of finding a way to get into the spaces that we should be in. So we are afraid. So we want to stay in a familiar space. So we choose familiarity over growing. So, guys, thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Chimsom, your skin and confidence doctor. I hope you glow from inside out. Please join us again, same time next week on our episode of Glow into the Week. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.